Nissan is about to confirm its plug-in hybrid answer to the BYD Shark 6, a 320 kilowatt, 800 newton meter dual cab ute with 135 kilometers of electric range on the CLTC cycle and 3.5 ton towing. While Skoda locks in Enyaq RS pricing from $75,490 before on roads, and Dreame lines up a 1400 kilowatt hypercar for Australia in 2027. Petrol remains over $2 a litre and EV owners are reporting fuel savings exceeding 60%. This is Plugged in Australia. Welcome back to the podcast, episode 33 for Wednesday, the 18th of March 2026. And the Ute, SUV and hypercar news is moving fast with fresh plug-in hybrid metal, confirmed pricing on sporty EVs, the hypercar ambitions, and real-world ownership data showing Australians are saving massive on running costs. As always, we'll be giving you plenty of verified specifications, dimensions, power outputs, range figures, pricing, feature lists, and more. So without further ado, let's get into it. Nissan Australia has confirmed that its all-new Frontier Pro plug-in hybrid dual-cab ute, revealed at the Shanghai Motor Show in April of 2025 and developed through its joint venture with China's Dongfeng on the Z9 platform rather than the outgoing D40 Navara-derived Frontier, which is sold in the United States, will be officially announced for the Australian and New Zealand markets within the next 2 weeks, with deliveries targeted for 2027. Nissan Oceania Managing Director Andrew Humberstone told media at the launch of the new Mitsubishi Triton-based Navara that the brand will announce a new ute in 2 weeks, and explicitly confirmed when pressed that it will be a hybrid model. The Frontier Pro slots directly alongside the refreshed 2026 Navara as Nissan's two-pronged ute attack, giving the Japanese brand a low-emissions plug-in hybrid option to offset CO2 emissions of the diesel Navara under the federal New Vehicle Efficiency Standard, while competing head-to-head on the BYD Shark 6 plug-in hybrid, the Ford Ranger plug-in hybrid, and the GWN Canon Alpha plug-in hybrid. The powertrain pairs a 1.5-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine with a transmission-mounted electric motor for combined system outputs of 320 kilowatts of power, 800 newton meters of torque. A 33 kilowatt-hour battery pack delivers up to 135 kilometers of electric-only range on China's more lenient CLTC standard, and combined fuel consumption of 6.9 litres per 100 kilometers. Brake towing capacity matches key rivals at 3.5 tonne. Weighting depth is rated at 700mm, and off-road hardware includes a proper four-wheel drive system with an electromechanically locking rear differential. Vehicle-to-load capability supplies 6 kilowatts of power via outlets in the tub for job site tools or appliances. Drive modes include selectable hybrid, electric, performance, and snow settings, while the chassis features 5-link rear suspension and a standard 16-inch alloy wheels shod with 265/65 R18 tyres. Interior equipment covers a 10-inch digital instrument cluster, 14.6-inch touchscreen infotainment, optional heated, ventilated and massaging front seats, plus a panoramic sunroof. The model is expected to wear the Frontier Pro badging in this region rather than the Navara. Humberstone previously described the Frontier Pro as an absolute fit for the local range and noted right-hand drive conversion takes around 6 months. The 2026 Navara itself arrives in Australian showrooms now as the 5th generation model, with extensive Australian-specific suspension recalibration performed by Melbourne-based engineering firm Premcar to handle local roads, loads and towing conditions. This plug-in hybrid announcement and diesel Navara tuning together give Nissan a complete electrified and conventional ute strategy tailored for Australian conditions without any compromise on capability. Skoda Australia has locked in pricing and full specifications for the 2026 Enyaq RS dual-motor sporty electric SUV range in both new SUV wagon and carryover coupe body styles. With the RS SUV opening the order books at $75,490 before on roads, and the RS Coupe at 76,490 before on roads. The deep facelifted MY26 models retain the same 250 kilowatt, 574 Nm outputs from the dual motor all-wheel drive setup as the pre-facelifted coupe-only predecessor, delivering 0 to 100 km an hour in 5.4 seconds and a limited top speed of 180 km an hour. An upgraded 84 kilowatt hour gross, so 79 kilowatt hour net usable, lithium-ion pack lifts WLTP range from 523 kilometers combined for the boxier RS SUV and 534 kilometers combined for the more aerodynamic RS Coupe, with urban cycle figures quoted at 637 and 646 kilometers respectively. Peak DC charging capability reaches 185 kilowatts for a 10 to 80% charge in 26 minutes, while 11 kilowatt AC charging takes 8 hours to full. The SUV body style adds a new wagon option with marginally less practicality but identical mechanicals and the same modern solid exterior redesign. Tech deck front fascia with LED daytime running lights and new 21-inch Vision alloy wheel design. Heated and ventilated front seats join the standard equipment list alongside the Matrix LED headlights. A 13-inch touchscreen multimedia system, leather and leatherette seat trim, 3-zone climate control, and Skoda's signature Simply Clever features, including an umbrella in the driver's door. 9 exterior colours are available, including new smoky silver metallic and the eye-catching Mumbo Green. The Enyaq RS range arrives in Australian showrooms within weeks, while a smaller L-Rock RS hatch variant, expected around 70 grand before on roads, with similar dual-motor hardware, follows in the third quarter of 2026. This pricing and spec confirmation positions the Enyaq RS as a premium yet accessible performance EV rival to models like the Kia EV6 GT or Hyundai Ioniq 5N in the Australian market, with the larger battery and improved efficiency delivering real-world range suited to long-distance Australian touring without any local suspension retuning required beyond Skoda's European calibration already validated for right-hand drive markets. Chinese electronics giant Dreame Technology, best known for high-end vacuum cleaners and advanced motors, has confirmed its new automotive division will launch in Australia and New Zealand in early 2027, as the brand's first right-hand drive markets outside China, beginning with fully electric SUVs under the Star Motor brand, before high-performance Nebula NEXT hypercars arrive once production ramps up. Chief Marketing Officer Mei Long said, Australia and New Zealand are a key strategic priority for Dreame's automotive ambition. As our first right-hand drive vehicles to launch, we plan to enter the market with our best foot forward into a region with exciting potential for EV growth. The Nebula NEXT 01 four-door hypercar concept and Nebula NEXT 01X SUV concept share the same platform with quad electric motors producing a combined 1,399 kilowatts of power and 23,000 newton meters of torque, enabling a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour acceleration in 1.8 seconds, matching the Rimac Navara and beating the BYD Yangwang U9. Body and chassis use Dreame's proprietary blue carbon fiber woven composite, developed specifically because traditional carbon fiber splintered under extreme stress in testing. Production versions will employ in-house solid-state batteries with a 60 amp-hour ultra-large all-solid-state cell already presented and slated for mass production by the end of 2026. Delivering cell energy density over 450 watt-hours per kilogram, more than double traditional lithium-ion, with development targeting above 800 watt-hours per kilogram in future packs. Initial Chinese market EVs under Star Motor launch before the end of 2026, followed by Australian arrivals in early 2027. Local distribution partners and full model range details will be revealed in coming months, while Dreame engineers tune vehicles for Australian roads and complete compliance with local safety and quality standards. The announcement positions Dreame as a serious new entrant in the ultra-high performance EV segment, alongside established names like Rimac and Yangwang. With the 1,399 kilowatt output and solid-state battery technology offering potential for class-leading range and charging speeds suited to Australian long-distance travel once homologated. MG Motor Australia has confirmed the MG4 Urban battery electric hatch will arrive in local showrooms in April of 2026, as the brand's new entry-level EV priced to compete directly with the BYD Dolphin, which comes in at $29,990 before on roads. Two battery options will be offered: a 43 kilowatt-hour standard range pack paired with a single 110 kilowatt front drive motor, delivering 323 kilometers of WLTP range. And then we'll have a 54 kilowatt hour extended range pack with a 118 kilowatt motor for up to 415 kilometers WLTP. DC fast charging at 150 kilowatts replenishes 10 to 80% in 30 minutes, while 11 kilowatt AC charging is standard. The compact hatch features a 17-inch digital instrument cluster and a 12.8-inch central touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus physical climate and volume controls for easier operation. Higher grades add wireless phone charging, upgrade to a 360-degree camera. Safety equipment is comprehensive across the range, including adaptive cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist with departure warning, traffic sign recognition, cross traffic alert, driver monitoring, blind spot monitoring, and forward and rear collision warnings. This launch expands MG's accessible EV portfolio below the existing MG4 and directly targets budget-conscious buyers seeking a practical city hatch with strong efficiency and modern driver assist features that match or exceed the BYD Dolphin in range and charging speed while maintaining MG's value proposition. Chery Australia is revealing a front-wheel drive variant of its flagship Tiggo 9 plug-in hybrid large SUV for potential local introduction as a more affordable base grade alongside the existing all-wheel drive model, priced at $59,990 before on roads. Australian certification documents confirm road use approval for the front-wheel drive Tiggo 9, which retains the 1.5-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine producing 105 kilowatts, but uses only two electric motors located within the transmission, rated at 75 kilowatts and 90 kilowatts respectively, after removing the gear-mounted third motor from the all-wheel drive setup. The current all-wheel drive Tiggo 9 delivers total system output of 315 kilowatts, while the front-wheel drive version's combined figure is yet to be published. The Tiggo 9 measures 4,800mm long, 1,930mm wide, and 2,750mm wheelbase, and sits above the Tiggo 8 Super Hybrid, which is priced between $45,990 and $49,990 in size and positioning. A Chery Australia spokesperson confirmed the T9 front drive is under review for the market. This cheaper front-wheel drive option would slot the Tiggo 9 between the Tiggo 8 and the existing all-wheel drive model, broadening appeal against the Kia Sorento plug-in in the large family SUV market while maintaining 7-seat capability and strong hybrid efficiency without requiring any additional Australian tuning beyond current compliance work already underway. MG Motor has revealed the first images and regulatory filings for the 2026 MG4X electric crossover SUV, an updated version of the MG S5 EV already on sale in Australia, featuring substantial front-end styling changes, including headlights shared with the MG4 Urban, a new connecting light bar, and illuminated MG badge. The MG4X measures 4,500mm long, 1,849mm wide, and 1621mm tall on a 2,735mm wheelbase. That's 24mm longer and 5mm longer in wheelbase than the current MG S5 EV. Entry-level versions use a 125 kilowatt motor, identical to the Australian market S5 EV, while upscale variants upgrade to 150 kilowatts. Initial models employ lithium iron phosphate batteries, with the existing 49 kilowatt-hour or 62 kilowatt-hour capacities carried over. Later variants may adopt the world-first semi-solid-state battery offered on the MG4 Urban in China. 18-inch wheels are standard, and curb weight ranges from 1,640 kilos to 1,755 kilos, depending on specification. The interior cockpit is reportedly developed in collaboration with smartphone manufacturer Oppo, although images are not yet available. The MG4X is expected to receive its full debut at the Beijing Motor Show at the end of April and will join the MG4 family as a practical crossover rival to the BYD Atto 2, JQ J5 and the Leapmotor B10, while updating the current S5 EV lineup with fresh styling and potential battery upgrades without any confirmed Australian price changes at this stage. BYD Australia is actively evaluating the smaller Baby Shark or Shark 5 plug-in hybrid dual-cab ute, spotted testing in China and South America and due for Brazilian launch in 2026 after being consulted by headquarters on potential local introduction, although no decision has been made and model remains outside current production plans. Head of Product Sajid Hassan confirmed the team has been approached but wants to assess performance in other markets first. Quote, "We have been consulted on that model and I guess we're not ruling it out, but I'd like to see how it goes in South America," end quote. At approximately 4.8 metres long, the Baby Shark uses the same 1.5 litre petrol-electric plug-in hybrid system as the C-Line 6 SUV on a car-based unibody platform rather than the ladder frame Shark 6, delivering a smaller cargo area and lower payload for lighter duty use while maintaining strong electric range beyond 130 kilometres in early patent images. Hassan expressed personal interest in whether the vehicle could attract former owners of car-based utes like the Falcon and Commodore. "I am genuinely curious as to how many customers would come back to that segment if we launch a product." BYD's current focus remains on established segments with the Shark 6 expansion, including cab chassis and 2-litre variants in 2026, plus the recent C-Line 5 and 8 plug-in hybrid SUVs. However, the Baby Shark survey signals openness to a more affordable unibody plug-in hybrid ute option for Australian buyers seeking something between traditional utes and SUVs. The Electric Vehicle Council's 2025 EV ownership survey of more than 1,800 owners released today shows over 70% of Australian EV drivers achieve fuel cost savings exceeding 60% compared with their previous petrol vehicle, with electricity around 4 times cheaper per kilometre even at peak rates and even more so off-peak, while petrol remains above $2 a litre. CEO Julie Del Vecchio stated, "EV drivers report cutting their fuel bills by more than 60% after switching to electric, savings that matter more right now than ever before." Additional findings include 93% of owners able to charge at home, with 85% having done so in the previous week, 73% spending less than $300 annually on maintenance, and sharp drops in range anxiety, charging access concerns, and upfront cost worries behind the wheel. Many pair EVs with rooftop solar for further savings and expect to keep vehicles for 6 to 10 years or longer. Del Vecchio added, quote, "Once Australians get behind the wheel of an electric vehicle, they quickly realise how easy and affordable driving electric can be. These findings show why the federal government needs to retain the electric car discount in this year's budget," end quote. Parallel market data confirms Chinese brands dominance. BYD, GWM and Chery combined for nearly 15,000 sales in February 26, placing them in the top 10 best-selling marquees, with China overtaking Japan as the largest country of origin for new car sales. A Gumtree Group survey of over 4,000 buyers found 57% considered country of origin important, yet 42% initially unlikely to buy Chinese brands. A perception abandoned in practice due to value, with models like the BYD Atto 1, Atto 2 and Dolphin remaining the cheapest new EVs and the MG3 under $20,000, illustrating affordability across powertrains. This real-world ownership and sales momentum reinforce the accelerating shift to battery electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids without any exaggeration of benefits. NVIDIA has announced rapid adoption of its Drive Hyperion reference architecture by BYD, Geely, Isuzu and Nissan for next-generation Level 4 autonomous vehicle programs directly relevant to models already on Australian roads or planned locally. The platform integrates high-performance computing, sensors, networking, and safety systems powered by Halo OS and Alpamayo open reasoning models to enable perception, complex traffic reasoning, and safe response at scale. NVIDIA founder and CEO Jensen Huang declared, "The autonomous vehicle revolution is here, the first multi-trillion-dollar robotics industry. Everything that moves will eventually be autonomous." BYD and Geely are developing production-ready Level 4 vehicles on Drive Hyperion, while Nissan partners with Wave AI software on the same architecture. Isuzu collaborates with Tier 4 on autonomous buses using the Drive AGX Thor system on a chip. Uber plans a global robo-taxi fleet on Hyperion launching in 28 cities by 2028, including early rollouts in Los Angeles and San Francisco Bay Area in 2027. This adoption accelerates Level 4 capability in Australian market EVs from BYD and Geely brands plus future Nissan models, offering potential for enhanced driver assist and eventual full autonomy while addressing local needs for safe long-distance highway operation without over-promising current timelines. And that's our episode for today, episode 33 on Wednesday, the 18th of March, 2026. I do like this, the ute market starting to get the electrification on board there. Plug-in hybrids still for now, but it's moving in the right direction. And it's good to see that the government's emissions standard is something that is, if it wasn't there, Nissan probably wouldn't have brought the plug-in hybrid here. So it's good to see that that's having the desired impact. A lot of people are saying, oh, we should let the market decide. Well, yes, we should let the market decide, but unfortunately, we've left the market alone for such a long time and they didn't really respond. If you have any feedback at all, info@pluggedinaustralia.com.au. And just a reminder that for those on YouTube, I would love your feedback, especially as I contemplate whether or not to put some, it will be AI generated imagery on there, just something for you to look at. It'll still be me talking. It'll still be exactly the same as what you're hearing here on the audio only podcast. I just would like to potentially give you something to look at, something a little bit more engaging if that matters to you. If it doesn't, please do let me know. I very much appreciate any feedback you have. Thank you for tuning in today. And until the next time, stay plugged in and stay charged. Ci vediamo.